According to reports, Taylor Swift's All Too Well was a dig at ex-boyfriend Jake Gyllenhaal, who also revealed that he left a scarf at his sister's house, prompting netizens to demand that Jake return Taylor's scarf. Now, in a recent interview, the Spider-Man actor has spoken out about his song and the cause for his Instagram post's comment section being disabled. During the interview, onlookers noticed his Jake mood while he was there. Swift's recent release didn't appear to affect the guilty singer, according to one eyewitness. Taylor Swift released her album Red in November of last year, and it became a hot issue among her admirers. To find out more, keep watching this channel. Swift, 32, first released the song on her 2012 album Red, and she recently surprised fans with a 10-minute re-release, which she also performed on Saturday Night Live. Swift's re-recorded version of Red contains updated versions of what many fans have assumed are Barb's and Gyllenhaal following their whirlwind romance in 2010. The couple, who were first seen together in October of that year, were said to have dated for 3 months before splitting up. When they initially started dating, Gyllenhaal was 29 years old and Taylor was only 20 years old, making him 9 years older than the actress. Jake was in a nice mood, a source told Us Weekly at the event. On November 13, 2021, the Brokeback Mountain star, who arrived alone after strolling the red carpet, was escorted inside the event. According to The Insider, he was thrilled to be there to present Mandel Winter with a prize for sound editing, the eyewitness noted at the time. The extended version of the song enraged fans, with many blaming Gyllenhaal for his 3-month breakup with a Grammy-winning performer in 2010. The backlash is thought to be the reason he disabled comments on Instagram. In an interview with Esquire, Gyllenhaal discusses his thoughts on the song and if he believes it was inspired by his ex-breakup girlfriend Swift. For one, has never stated whether Gyllenhaal was the inspiration for the song. He stated that he's not furious with Taylor Swift and that music is an artist's means of expressing themselves. It's her way of expressing oneself. He explained, "Artists make songs based on their personal experiences, and I'm not furious with her." Gyllenhaal, who is presently dating model Jean Cadio, did suggest that artists must take responsibility when their fans engage in cyberbullying after he was mocked online. "I think it's necessary at some point when fans get a little rowdy that we feel a responsibility to keep them peaceful and not allow for cyberbullying in one's name," the ambulance actor told Esquire. Gyllenhaal was not particularly mentioned by Swift, but he did say that artists should take responsibility for what we send into the world. "That's something we see in politics. There's a lot of rage and division, and it's literally life-threatening," Gyllenhaal remarked. Jake Gyllenhaal also addressed Taylor Swift supporters, calling him a villain as well as the reason for Instagram comments being disabled. "At some point, I think it's necessary that when a celebrity's supporters get unruly, we feel a responsibility to make them civil again and not enable cyberbullying," the Spider-Man actor continued. "This raises a more fundamental philosophical issue about how we must accept responsibility for our actions. I'm wondering if this is our future. Is rage the way of the future? Or can we communicate with empathy and civility?" Jake, there are some insightful remarks coming in. Despite the excessive amount of attention, Gyllenhaal told a journalist that the recent criticism from Swift fans hasn't been tough to deal with. Dionne Warwick's Twitter comments, in which she suggested she'd pay the cost of mail for him to return Swift's famed red scarf, went viral when the reporter brought up Gyllenhaal's decision to switch off his Instagram comments in the midst of the media frenzy. He expressed his views on cyberbullying. The re-release of All Too Well was also mentioned on SNL's Weekend Updates Fake News segment. Well, folks, I guess the lesson we all learned this week is that if you break up with Taylor Swift, she'll sing about you for 10 minutes on national television. So never break up with Taylor Swift. Co-anchor Colin Yeo's quipped, eliciting a round of applause. "At the very least, return the scarf," he continued, alluding to Swift's allegation in the song's lyrics that the subject of the ballad still has the red scarf she left at his sister's house because it reminds you of innocence and it smells like me. Jake was nominated for a BAFTA Award for Best Actor in a Leading Role for his performances in Nightcrawler and Nocturnal Animals as a manipulative journalist and a troubled writer. respectively. The superhero film Spider-Man Far From Home, in which he played Quentin Beck or Mysterio, was his highest-grossing release. He has been on stage starring in a West End production of the play This Is Our Youth and Broadway performances of the musical Sunday in the Park with George, as well as the plays Constellations and See While Alive, for which he was nominated for a Tony Award. He is outspoken on political and social problems in addition to acting. That brings us to the end of the video. What do you think? Does the All Too Well really talk about Jake? Or is it just Swift's fans overreading the situation? Tell us in the comment section of your thoughts, and please do remember to subscribe to the channel for more explicit content.